Good morning. This is a question I got from section 9.3 in the homework, problem number 4. The student was wondering how to do this problem in StatCrunch. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that really quick. Okay, so if you didn't know this was from section 9.3, how would you know what to do? A simple random sample of size n is drawn from a population that is known to be normally distributed. The sample variance, S squared, is determined to be 13. And then I'm asked to construct a 90% confidence interval for sigma squared if the sample size is 20. So what confidence interval is the standard deviation of a population. And so what we're trying to do here is figure out the standard deviation. And we have to remember that variance, the S squared, is the square of the standard deviation. So that's just something to think about. So to get to the calculator, so this is a chi-square calculation. That's trying to find a standard deviation of estimating a standard deviation of a population. So to get to the chi-square calculator to do this work, we're going to go to stat and then variance statistics and one sample, and then with summary. So here we are. We have the sample variance, which was given, it's 13. The sample size, it's n, is 20. And we're not doing a hypothesis test. We're figuring out a confidence interval. Confidence interval is 90%, so that's 0.9. And I'll go ahead and just do all of this because why not? So here we are. We've got the chi-square value at each of the ends, the lower and upper, and then the lower limit of our confidence interval is our lower bound here. It's 8.19, and the upper limit is 24.41. So then, and we can also go ahead and look at what this looks like on our picture. So remember, with chi-square distributions, it is not symmetric. So you can't find the width and then just add and subtract. You have to figure out the lower bound and the upper bound separately because it's going to be shorter on one side than the other. So that's a really important thing to pay attention to. So now let's go ahead and redo it with a sample size of 30. So again, variance, one sample with summary, 13, 30, same confidence interval. And we don't really need the picture this time. And actually, we don't need the critical value either. So compute. So this is the degrees of freedom 29. Remember, degrees of freedom is just n minus 1. So that's a way to pay attention to what we're doing here. So the lower limit is 8.86 and the upper limit is 21.29. All right, so I hope this helps. Thank you.